Evening, everybody. We got a little bonus here going on. I got a buddy of mine that came over. He wanted to try out some of his stuff, and he's got a handful of it over here. But right now he's setting it up, and we're gonna see what he's got. He's gonna teach us a couple of things, some stuff that I don't even know. So he's gonna learn us a little bit. Let's get going. So we got one of these, and it's a shelter, but you hang it up, string it a couple across some trees, and it's got different ways you can do it. This is great for people out there hiking in the woods, backpack camping, tent camping, whatever. You just need some shelter. So right now we're getting it rigged up, and he's going to show us a couple of different ways that we can set it up. So we're just trying to get it figured out and rigged up on the first tree, and that's the buckle to kind of tighten it up and tension it. And I would assume we got one on the other end too, right? More than likely.
I got quite a few of them.
Don't worry about my tree's butthole. All right, we're gonna figure this first one out real quick. All right, so on this end, we got it hooked up to a tent stake down there on the ground. This is one simple, quick way to make you a quick shelter. Kind of low profile, so if you're in like some high wind, might not be a bad idea. Why don't you crawl on there and try it out? Your big old self. My poor pupper over there whining at us. Check this thing out. Look at that. Tell you what, you sit up under there and put you a fire over here. That's a good way to stay warm.
Got a nice good size plow point shelter. Help keep you out of the rain. That's one configuration where you got a good size shelter and quite enough room to stretch out. You put all your stuff.
Look, he's taller than I am. I told you earlier I was 6 foot, so he fits under there perfect. Let's show him that knife real quick. You showed me that knife.
Little cricket Tanto blade.
It's the other one you got, the fixed blade one beside you on your hip.
Oh, I forgot about that. The Morcaniv carbon blade. The reason I went with a carbon blade is you can strike a fire steel on it, flint, whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah, it holds it. Won't mess it up.
Yep, and it's easy to sharpen.
Yeah, awesome. Good find. All right, let's see if we can find us another one. I like that. I thought that'd be awesome to put a fire right there. That way it keeps all the heat under there. That'd be nice. And it's simple. 3 tent stakes. All right, we're gonna try and break this down and make something else. All right, this is our next setup. So it's very similar. However, there's a slight difference in case you hadn't noticed. It's still quick and easy to set up. So what we got?
We got a plow point with a floor. And it's a little offset because this is a rectangular shaped tarp instead of a square one. But it gives you something to lay on top of if you so fancy, or if the ground's not something you want to lay directly on.
Yeah, maybe if the ground's wet or something and you don't want to put your bag or your body right on the ground, at least you have a little bit of protection down there. You still put you a bag or a mat if needed, or build you a mat out of some stuff. I like that. And if needed, if you wanted more of the shelter, you can just pull this part back, not bring it in so far, or you can bring it in further if you want more floor. I like that.
I've got 4 little stakes stuck down in the ground holding it.
Yeah, let's check that out. And these are just tent stakes you can buy anywhere, right?
Cheapo Walmart aluminum tent stakes.
Yeah, nothing special, nothing fancy.
I did add some lengths of rope to it to make it a little longer so that it fit through my loops and I can hook it back on itself.
It's got nice little hooks down there. I like it. Good setup. All right, we're gonna break it down. And you see, it's just not even that big of a tree. You don't need anything big. You just need a hook point. You can use anything besides a tree. We're gonna break it down, do it again. All right, what you got there, man?
I got these are my little tie out lines for the shelter, the tarp shelter. And I I just took a piece of Kydex and I cut it in like a H shape to wrap these things around. And these are the guy lines that came with the tent. I just added these little pieces of wire here and bent them so they hook back on themselves. And when I get it set up, I'll show you how they work. So they're adjustable.
Let me see that H shape again. Kydex. Yeah, that is cool. So you just cut that out with a knife or something?
Cut it out with a knife and then took a torch and just singed the edges of it and rolled it over.
Cool. So you can take like a pipe and heat it up and roll it around it or something like that? Very nice. I like that. Cool. So we're going to get it set up and it's going to show us that cool gadget. I like that. Alright, well he's rigging that up again, getting things going. We were sharing miserable tent camping experiences. If you got one, let me know. The last time that I went tent camping was with my boy in the Boy Scouts, and we were talking about cold nights. Well, this one was about 1,000 degrees, 100% humidity, and 0 wind. So I literally went on my phone while I was sleeping and ordered this bad boy. And now, that's what I take camping with me. Get you one. So we're wrapping this up, and we're not wrapping it up, but we're getting this one rigged up. And we got it connected over here, so it's a 2-point connection this time, right? Yeah, one there on the tree, one over here. So this system takes a 2-point, and he's using paracord for the focus. Focus on the grass, but you get the idea. And it looks like we're making a possible basic A-frame.
It's gonna be a simple A-frame with a ridge line, and this tent you can do it without having the actual ridge line. You can put a line on each end at the tie out.
Okay.
We're gonna start with the ridge line on this one.
Sounds fantastic. So we're gonna get it started. We're gonna finish rigging it, and then we'll check it out. There is a neat little trick to tighten up and keep tension on something with this kind of paracord. Gotta be a stick and wrap it in there like that, and you can pull it and tighten it up. And I've seen people actually twist this as well. You gonna do one on the other end?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll check this out real quick. I'll try to zoom in on your crotch there.
Let's see. Wrap it around like a Prusik. Twice. That should be plenty. Stick it through enough to get the little toggle through, and then slide that and tighten it up.
Nice.
And now your
Now it stays put.
shelter is tight on the ridge line.
Neat little trick.
Let's see.
I mean, it's nothing like a slow cooked hot dog over a fire, to be honest. And I've said this before in the past, but you don't cook hot dogs fast, especially on a fire, because you want to give it time to get all them juices really breaking down and simmering on the inside, and you don't want it to burn on the outside, but you don't want it squishy on the inside. And that stick, that's why I was talking to him a while ago. The stick, he literally just pulled his knife out and just cut a limb down, and you can find trees about anywhere, even in the cities. And when I went to the lake last week, my boy wanted to roast some hot dogs. And of course, I didn't have any hot dog roasting sticks or anything like that. So that's exactly what I did, is I found some limbs and then took out my knife and whittled the end down to a nice little sharp point. See how he just did that? It's pretty neat. To a nice point, and that's how we roasted hot dogs. To me, a knife is essential to have, no matter who you are or what you're doing. So those are those cheap tent sticks that you bent, right?
No, this is just a piece of cold rolled steel I got from Lowe's, and I've bent it.
Piece of metal.
I've bent it to zigzag, and I use it as an adjustment. It's basically the same thing as this, but it's open on one end, so I can feed it through my eyes on the tent.
Very nice. That's how you can tighten it and loosen it, right?
Yes, sir.
Create tension on it. Very cool. So we about got this one set up. We got 3 of the 4 points. We're gonna get this last one up real quick. All right, so tell me what we got.
We got a little A-frame shelter with the front end opened up a little bit. Just kind of give you some good room if the weather's not too bad. Sit under there and have your little fire out here in the middle. And watch the fire, cook your meal, whatever you do.
So you got plenty of room to crawl under there, or you can come from the end, put you a bag down there. It looks like it's got plenty of airflow too, like on a day like today where we got a nice breeze.
Yeah, the airflow is one of the really good things about this, and I made these little adjusters here myself out of some metal I got from Lowe's. But when you're ready to go to sleep, you unhook your wires that run it out, hook it around your stake.
Ah, okay.
Push your stake into the ground and it closes it up.
Now you got a little more protection. It's not blowing as much, and you can close it up a little bit more. You still got your ridge line up there to let some cross breeze flow through, but you're covered up a little bit better. I like that. Have you ever put one of these up and slept in it overnight?
I have not spent a night in this yet. It's on the docket for this winter, along with my other tent.
Nice.
So that's it without the front being open.
Very cool. I like that.
And from the south, I like having a front porch.
I agree on that. Just bring your rocking chair out here. All right, we're gonna break this one down and see what else we can get into. All right, what we got?
We got another little smaller shelter that's got a floor in it. I took and put a stake at the back, anchor point, made a little floor, and then this folds down.
Cool. So I guess at this point, instead of putting the ridge line directly in the center, you would have to pull it back and then mount your back points and then make your floor. That way you got
Yeah, the ridge line is offset by one of these tie-out points. The center's back here in line with this tie-out point.
Okay, so yeah. So now there you go. That's the center point right there where that hook is right there.
This is the Gold Armour. I think it's 8x10 and it's got like 33 tie-out points. You can do all sorts of cool stuff with it.
I really like this setup, to be honest. It's cozier and you got the floor, but you still have protection all around you. And see, there's plenty of room in there to lay down. I like that. It's cool. Put your bag down there. You can stay out of the wind, you can stay out of the weather. Still using your 2 hook points. See, still using the same hook point. And you still can put a fire down here somewhere and watch it and just enjoy yourself and cook at the same time, but you can stay out of the wind or the rain or anything. I like that one. That's probably my favorite so far.
The seam.
All right, say that again. I cut it off at the wrong time.
The seams on this tarp are taped so they're waterproof.
Oh, nice.
And as waterproof as it's going to be with it being an open tent, but it will keep the rainwater off of you.
And I guess you could take these and clip them together somehow so they will stay together.
Yeah, you can put a stake through it and tie it down. Just kind of pull this over it so that the water runs off and over the bottom you got in there.
Nice. I like that. Very cool. Probably my favorite so far. So with that said, the kids have discovered we were out here and are playing around with it. See, it's multi-purpose. So we know it fits 2 kids. Don't tear it up. So we're gonna feed the chickens. As always, have fun. Somewhat safe. Have a good night. Take care.